possesses a reproductive system that helps him or her to reproduce another human being. We are product of reproduction. In this lesson, you will find out and identify the male and female reproductive system and their major parts. You would be able to relate also the structure of a male and female reproductive system to its function and reproduction.
Hello grade 5 students, good day. I am teacher Eileen and our lesson for today is all about the human reproductive system. People, like all living things, are able to reproduce. In order to carry out this function, each person has a reproductive system in her or his body. So the age at which a person's reproductive system begins to function by producing sex cells and certain hormones is called puberty. So the average age for puberty to begin is about 12 for girls and 14 for boys. The main function of a person's reproductive system is to produce sex cells. The female sex cells are called egg cells, while the male sex cells are called sperm cells. Another function of a person's reproductive system is to enable egg cells and sperm cells to come close enough together so they can combine. The combining or joining of the sperm cell and egg cell is what we call fertilization. The third function of a person's reproductive system is to produce sex hormones. Now, the class will be grouped into two. What are you going to do is label the parts of male or female reproductive system through a PowerPoint presentation. So this activity requires collaborative effort to label each part correctly. So the male reproductive system is for group 1 and the female reproductive system is for group 2. I will just give you 15 minutes to do the activity. Am I being clear? Okay. Your time starts now. Okay, time is up. Please present your work. Who is the representative of group 1? Thank you. Okay, let us see if you labeled each part correctly. So we have here seminal vesicle, prostate gland, Cowper's gland, penis, urethra, vas deferens, epididymis, testis, and scrotum. Very good. So what about group 2? Who is your representative? Alright, thank you. So we have fallopian tube, ovary, uterus, cervix, and vagina. Okay, very good. Your answers are all correct. Please give yourselves a round of applause. From our activity, we determine the name of each organ of male and female reproductive system. So at this juncture, I will discuss the function of each part in reproduction for you to understand. So let's begin with the male reproductive system. This is the male reproductive system. It is made up of several organs that is specifically responsible for producing sperm cells and hormones. Do you know that an average man can have approximately 5 million sperm cells in a single drop of semen? But out of these millions of sperm cells, only one is needed to fertilize an egg cell. Okay, let's talk about the parts of male reproductive system and its function. First, let us have testes or testes in plural. So it is typically paired And the testes consist of many highly coiled tubes or ducts surrounded by several layers of connective tissues. So it is found inside the scrotum or the scrotal sac. It produces sperm cells and secretes the male sex hormones or the androgen and testosterone. The second one is scrotal sac or scrotum. It is an external sac-like structure with temperature slightly lower than that of the rest of the body. And the function of scrotum is to hold the testes or testes. Third is penis. It is composed of spongy erectile tissues. Its head is covered by a foreskin which can be removed through circumcision. So the function of penis is to deposit sperm into the vagina. Fourth is urethra. It is a duct that runs through the length of the penis and opens to the outside. The function of urethra is it serves as the passageway for both sperm and urine. So it has an opening that closes to pass one at a time. Another organ is epididymis. It is a long, narrow, flattened, highly coiled cumulated ducts lying on the edge of the posterior border of the testes. Its function is to store mature sperm in this site where the sperm cells gain the ability to move, which is necessary for fertilization. Number 6 is the vas deferens or the sperm duct. It is a short muscular duct and its function is the passageway of the fluid that neutralizes to the urethra. And it also stores sperm cells. Number 7 is the prostate gland. It is thumb-sized and it consists muscular and glandular tissues that lie around the base of the bladder. So the function of prostate gland is to secrete a fluid that neutralizes the acidity of the vagina to ensure the survival of the sperm. And it aids in sperm motility. Number 8 is the Cowper's gland, a pair of pea-sized glands along the urethra and below the prostate gland. Its function is to secrete a fluid that may serve as the lubricant and urine neutralizer. And the last one is the seminal vesicle. It is a part of glands found between the bladder and the rectum. So the function of seminal vesicle is to secrete a fluid that contains fructose or energy that is source of sperm. Now let us proceed to the parts of female reproductive system and its function. So the fundamental female reproductive organs are the ovaries. Other organs of the female reproductive system are fallopian tubes or the oviduct, uterus, cervix, and the vagina. Let us have first the ovary. Ovary is a small, flattened, elongated organs on both sides of the uterus. So the function of ovary is to alternately produce the female sex cells and secretes the female hormones such as estrogen and progesterone. The second one is the fallopian tube or oviduct. It is a pair of ducts leading from the ovaries to the uterus. So it is the pathway where the ova travels from the ovary to the uterus. Next is the uterus. It is also called womb. Uterus is a hollow muscular organ located at the lower abdomen. Uterus has soft, smooth inner lining called uterine lining or the endometrium. Uterine lining became thicker as it accumulates blood and nutrients to accommodate or be ready for the unborn baby as it develops. Also, uterus is the site where the fertilized egg is implanted. So if the egg cell is not fertilized, it will break together with the uterine lining or the endometrium. Fourth is the cervix. So it is a neck of the uterus that opens to the vagina. It is the passageway of the menstrual flow and the passageway of the sperm. And the last one is vagina or the birth canal. It is a thin-walled passageway through which sperm can enter and swim to the fallopian tube. The function of vagina is the passageway for the menstrual flow and baby to the outside. And those are the parts of male and female reproductive system and its function. Always remember that the fundamental male reproductive organs are the testes. Other organs that merely transport sperm are scrotal sac, epididymis, vas deferens, prostate gland, urethra, and penis. And the fundamental female reproductive organs are the ovaries. The other organs of female reproductive system are fallopian tubes or oviduct, uterus, cervix, and vagina. That would be all for now. I hope you really learned something. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.